If you're thinking about booking a roomette on Amtrak for your next or perhaps your first overnight train trip, this video is a comparison between what to expect if you're riding a Superliner train versus a Viewliner train. The Viewliner trains are going to be on your eastern routes, such as the Floridian, the Crescent, and the Lakeshore Limited. The Superliner trains are going to be on your western routes, such as the California Zephyr, the Empire Builder, and the Southwest Chief. Let's first talk about the difference between the two types of trains. Amtrak Superliners are bi-level cars and have a total of 10 roomettes on the upper level and 4 on the lower level. The Viewliner trains are single-level trains. The Viewliner 1 train has 12 roomettes. However, the newer Viewliner 2 train only has 11 roomettes. This is because an extra shared restroom was added, thus eliminating a roomette. Now, on paper, roomettes on both trains share the same footprint, 3 foot by 6 inches by 6 foot 6 inches. But in reality, vertical height sets them apart. Superliner ceilings height averages 6 foot 7 inches, while Viewliners offer an 8 foot ceiling. Superliner roomettes have one large picture window, but the Viewliners have 2 windows. They have the larger picture window like the Superliner, plus an additional smaller window above that one. Now, for the daytime configuration, the seat setup is the same for both train types. You have 2 nice cushioned seats that face each other. I personally like sitting in the seat facing the direction of travel, but if I end up in a Viewliner 1, which includes an in-room toilet, I'm going to sit in the seat furthest from it. Another thing to note is that the seat next to the in-room toilet is slightly narrower than the other seat. For the nighttime configuration, the seats are converted into a bed by your sleeper car attendant, and a mattress that is stored on the top bunk is laid on top, giving you an extra level of comfort. Both trains have an upper bunk, which is stored up during the day, but can be pulled down at night if you decide to sleep upstairs, as I like to call it. On a Superliner, the upper bunk does have enough room for an average-sized adult to sleep. However, you don't have much headroom and would most likely bump your head on the ceiling if you tried sitting up fully. In comparison, the upper bunk on the Viewliner train do give you more room because of the higher ceilings, which for me at 5 foot 8 inches tall, I can sit up comfortably. And bonus, you get your own window to look out, whereas on the Superliner, the upper bunk does not have a window view. I slept in the upper bunk on both types of trains, but I still prefer the lower. The Superliner upper bunk feels too confining for me, and while the Viewliner upper bunk is nicer, I just couldn't get comfortable for whatever reason when I tried it out riding the Floridian. Storage is another area where these trains differ. The Superliner 1 roomettes have a tiny closet that can probably fit a coat or a couple of shirts, but not much else. Now, on both the Superliner 2 and the Viewliner trains, there is not a closet. Instead, there is an area that you can hang a garment bag or place a small suitcase. It also includes a strap to use to prevent your bag from falling. On both train types, there's room beneath the seat that you can slide a backpack under, but if you have larger luggage, you may want to consider storing them in the communal luggage rack in the car or using Amtrak's checked baggage feature if it is offered. A nice advantage that the Viewliners have is a built-in overhead storage cubby that you can fit a small to medium-sized suitcase in. Bonus, if you do sleep upstairs, you can easily access your luggage if you need to during the night without having to climb downstairs. The next difference is the in-room plumbing situation. The Superliner roomettes do not have a sink or a toilet in them. However, the Viewliner 1 roomettes have a toilet and a sink, and in the Viewliner 2, They have a sink, but the toilet was removed from those. Since your route determines which train you'll ride, it's really about knowing the differences: space, headroom, storage, and whether you'll have an in-room plumbing or not. So hopefully this video will help you pack and plan accordingly for your next trip or your first trip. Before we wrap up, in February, Amtrak announced some major news. They will stop producing the bi-level Superliners and will transition to the universal single-level fleet starting in the 2030s. Personally, I'm going to miss the bi-level Superliners, but not having to go up and down the stairs to get to the showers and restrooms at night will be nice. And it's a huge accessibility upgrade for passengers who previously couldn't reach the dining car or the sightseer lounge, which are located on the upper level of the Superliners. Let me know in the comments if you are an upper bunk or a lower bunk sleeper. If you enjoyed this video and would like to see more, please hit the subscribe button or scan the QR code right on your screen. Thank you for watching. This is Soloing Alone.